guys, welcome to this week's open boat. We just had a great trip out blackfishing. I was with the Grumpys crew. You know, those are my roots, so I love fishing with those guys. And we have Ray, who's gonna give us some tips on jig fishing. I know he taught me how to jig fish. He was probably disappointed today because I only fished the rig, but I did pretty well. So I'm gonna pass it off to Ray, and he's gonna help you guys out getting into jig fishing for blackfish.
What's going on, guys? Ray from Grumpys. We just got back from today's trip with our buddy Johnny. I fished with Jenny and the crew from Grumpys. Great day, a lot of fish, and guess what was working the best? Jigs. So I just want to go over a few things with you guys. December and January are some of the best times to jig blackfish in our local waters here. And a couple things that I want to go over with you. Starts with the rod and reel, okay? So this is a 7-foot Grumpys Tackle Dreadnought, rated up to 1.5 ounces. I like a medium heavy action rod, something about up to that 1.5 ounce mark. I think that has the best action. 3000, 4000 series reel. When it comes to the jig, I like something no bigger than 2 ounces. It really depends on your conditions, but most of the time, 1.5 ounces is where I like to be. Leader wise, that's debatable. I like 30 or 40 pound. If the bite is a little finicky, I'll go to 30 pound. If there's bigger fish, I go 40 pound. I have some buddies that even go higher than that. I don't like to go higher than that because I like to fish the lightest jigs possible. Braid wise, 20 pound. That cuts through the water column, gives you the opportunity to fish lighter jigs. So this time of the year, when the waters get colder, white leggers are the way to go in our local waters. First thing I do when I blackfish jig is take my crab, put a half a crab with no legs on this jig. I step on it, especially when that water temperature starts to drop. The softer baits produce better bites. And I have a checklist in my head. So I'll start with that. If they don't want that, I'll try a whole crab, step on a whole crab. Watch around you too, all right? Don't be afraid to watch the angler next to you and see what they're doing, because sometimes they're doing something that's enticing a bite, and that is what you have to do. Blackfish is my favorite thing to do. It's gonna only get better in our local waters, and Jenny will tell you what's next.
One thing I can add on to that, because Ray taught me how to jig fish. For me, I mean, you heard from him, the jig bite was really well today. Not to be stubborn with only sticking to the rig. I mean, we had Sean on the boat. He's another heavy hitter that I fished with my crew, and he was like, only fish rigs, and now you converted him.
Yeah. And, you know, I had a tear in my eye when he caught his 10-pounder last week on a jig. First 10-pounder on a jig he caught, so that was a happy moment for me.
So in closing, I guess you can say, don't be stubborn. Make sure you bring a rig and a jig rod just so you can work a bite, because sometimes one's better than the other and you don't want to miss out.
And just watch around you. I mean, that's like the biggest thing, is watch everyone around you when you're fishing. Don't be afraid to copy someone right next to you, because the whole goal is to put fish in the boat.
Exactly.
And especially this time of year when the water starts getting a little bit colder, these fish will get a little bit more finicky. I mean, we had 46 degree water temperatures today, so it's pretty prime, but you know, at some point in the day, the fish were getting a little finicky. So stepping on those baits, especially if the white leggers are a little bit on the larger side, stepping on those baits, mushing them up, putting them on your jig, keeping that line a little bit slack. I mean, that's another little tip, is keep that line a little bit slack. Set that hook. The first 5 feet are the most important. Turn that fish's head, get him in the boat.